This video covers everything you need to know about how to aim and control rail cut shots effectively. Included are many game situation examples, all applied to the cue ball object ball layout shown here. You will learn how to avoid scratches, aim to account for throw, use spin to make steep angle cuts easy, control the cue ball with outside draw, and inside follow, use drag intensified inside spin, and use rail first spin across the table. And everything is shown in slow motion to help you understand the required aim and action for each shot. Before shooting a rail cut shot, it is important to be able to detect if a rolling cue ball is natural to scratch or not. The trusty 30-degree roll peace sign can be used for this purpose. Just point the first finger in the aiming direction, and the second finger will show the effective angle the cue ball will head into the rail after the hit. The cue ball will leave the rail at a similar angle. Here, the predicted cue ball direction is close to the corner, but safe from a scratch. However, with more speed, the cue ball swings out more before curving forward, in which case a scratch is a threat. So always be aware of the natural angle and the effects of speed. One way to prevent a possible scratch here is to simply stun the cue ball straight across the table. Now let's look at how to accurately aim rail cut shots. Here's an excerpt from my Throw Made Simple video that covers the important basics. If you hit the ball first or the ball and cushion at the same time, the object ball gets thrown into the cushion and bounces away from the rail. I hit the ball and cushion at about the same time, as some people suggest you should do, but I missed the shot due to throw. To pocket this shot cleanly, you need to hit the cushion slightly before the ball. The cue ball compresses the cushion a little, cutting the ball away from the cushion enough to cancel the throw effect. Remember, throw is greater with stun and slow speed. At faster speed, throw is less of a concern. I hit the ball and cushion at about the same time, but the shot still goes, despite the throw into the cushion. Here, I hit the cushion just before the ball and get a better result. With faster speed, you can aim much farther up the rail since the cue ball compresses and slides down the cushion more. Even hitting the cushion this far up can still pocket the ball. Remember, do not hit the ball first or the ball and cushion at the same time. That throws the ball into the cushion, causing it to rebound away from the rail. Instead, hit the cushion first. An alternative to hitting the cushion first is to use gearing outside spin to prevent throw. See the 40% rule link below in the video description or pinned comment if you want to learn more about this useful technique. I have the 11 placed with the stripe parallel to the rail so we can see the effects of throw and spin transfer. With no side spin, hitting the ball first or at the same time as the cushion throws the ball into the cushion and transfers spin to the ball. Did you notice the stripe wobbling due to the transferred spin? The hit wasn't very accurate, but the throw clearly transfers side spin to the 11, causing the stripe to turn. Here, a small amount of outside spin is added. The stripe still wobbles a little, but not as much as before. You can see the stripe turn clockwise due to the throwing motion caused by the cut angle. Here, much more outside spin is used. Again, the stripe wobbles. Notice the stripe turn counterclockwise instead due to the throwing motion caused by the spin. With just the right amount of spin, called gearing outside spin, there is no throw or spin transfer whatsoever, allowing the ball to go straight down the rail with a hit on the ball and cushion at the same time. Notice that the stripe does not wobble at all. Also notice how the cue ball rebounds up table due to the left spin reacting on the cushion. This might be another reason to use outside spin on a shot like this, to send the cue ball more up table. Notice the cue ball hitting the 11 and cushion at about the same time with no throw or spin transfer to the 11. A rail first hit can also work with outside spin. The spin on the cue ball reverses off the cushion, enabling the rebounding cue ball to still gear off the 11 with no throw or spin transfer. Notice the left spin on the cue ball before the hit and the right spin on the cue ball after the hit. Remember, if somebody tells you to hit the ball and the rail at the same time, tell them they are wrong. Unless they are using gearing outside spin. But hitting the cushion just before the ball with no side spin is a much better approach for most people. Now let's look at the best way to pocket rail cut shots when the angle into the rail is very steep. If you don't use any side spin, it is very difficult to cut this ball down the rail. If you hit the ball first, or the ball and cushion at the same time, the ball gets thrown into the cushion, causing it to rebound away. And if I hit the cushion first, but a little too close to the ball, the cue ball compresses the cushion and then cuts the 8 away from the rail. Look how badly I missed that shot. To pocket the ball with no side spin, you need to hit the cushion first, just the right distance in front of the ball. The cue ball compresses the cushion and then hits the 8 with the correct angle. The right spin the cue ball picks up off the cushion helps prevent throw, allowing the 8 to head straight down the rail. Hitting the cushion first with running spin makes these types of shots much easier. I was able to pocket the ball on the first attempt using this technique, which was not the case when trying to cut it in with no spin. It helps that I use the system for aiming with side spin, or SAW, to compensate my aim for the cue ball deflection that comes with using side spin. See the link below for more information. Notice the contact with the cushion well in front of the ball. The right spin sends the cue ball toward the 8 while the cue ball compresses the cushion, giving an accurate hit with the favorable right spin still on the cue ball after rebound. Even if you hit the ball first a small amount, you can still pocket the ball with the running spin. Notice how different the cue ball path is here. With the cushion first hit, the cue ball went nearly straight across the table. But with the ball first hit, the right spin interacts with the cushion after the hit on the 8, allowing the cue ball to go much farther down table. Notice the slight ball first hit and the action of the side spin. Using a lot of inside spin with a big cut angle like this, there is much less throw and spin transfer than with the shots we saw earlier. See the throw, spin, and speed effects link below for more information. Isn't it amazing how much rebound angle change the side spin can create with a shot like this? You can also pocket the ball hitting the cushion well in front of the ball, like this. Notice how far in front of the ball you can aim with running spin and still pocket the ball. Here's the ball first hit again for comparison. Using running spin on steep rail cuts like this is a smart approach. Look how much room there is for error. This was not the case for the thin cut with no spin tried earlier. Even rail cuts much steeper are possible, like this example from the Video Encyclopedia of Pool Shots, or VEPS. The object ball is in the center of the foot rail, and the cue ball is a ball width to my left of the head spot. With maximum left or running spin, I can still pocket the ball in the bottom right corner for an effective cut angle larger than 90 degrees. Here's an even more extreme example posted by Max Moo on Facebook. Using extreme right spin to pocket the 8 in the bottom left corner, again hitting the cushion first before the ball. This technique is powerful. Now let's look at how to use side spin and aim to control the direction the cue ball heads after a rail cut shot. Here's an excerpt from How to Aim Pool Shots, or HAPS, covering the important basics. Sometimes we need the English to take on the cushion after the cue ball hits the object ball. Here's an 8-ball example where this is the case. I plan to hit the ball first, just before hitting the cushion, with bottom right, outside, or reverse English. The ball first hit allows the right side spin to take off the cushion, causing the cue ball to rebound to the right to avoid the obstacle balls and head up table for a shot at the 8. Could you tell that the cue ball hit the object ball before the cushion? This drove the object ball into the cushion slightly, sending the object ball to the outside of the pocket, but the ball still went in. Again, the ball first hit allows the side spin to significantly change the rebound angle off the cushion. If you hit the cushion in front of the ball, with the English taking before the cue ball hits the object ball, the cue ball would come off in the tangent line direction instead, colliding with the obstacle balls. Here it is in slow motion, showing the cushion first hit. An alternative to using ball first reverse English with this shot is to use running or inside English instead. As before, if the cushion is hit too early, all of the English takes before the cue ball hits the object ball, and the cue ball comes off close to the tangent line into the obstacle balls. To avoid the obstacle balls and get up table for the 8, the cue ball must hit the object ball before or during cushion compression. The side spin must interact with the cushion after the object ball is gone for the rebound angle to lengthen past the tangent line. Here's what happens with a ball first hit with running English. Now let's look at some game situation examples that put everything together to help win games. Here, I need a ball first hit with outside draw to get up table for the 8. Again, I always use saws to get an accurate line of aim to compensate for throw and cue ball deflection. You can clearly see the action of the shot in slow motion. If you instead hit the cushion first, the ball still goes, but the side spin does not have the desired effect. Notice how the side spin has very little effect on the rebound angle, with only the backspin helping to bring the cue ball up table. Again, you must hit the ball first to get the desired side spin reaction. With this ball layout, I need inside follow to go 3 rails to the other side of the table for shape on the 8. Again, saws gives me an accurate line of aim. Notice the ball first hit necessary for the side spin to take properly. If you instead hit the cushion first, the ball reaction is very different. Here's an interesting situation where I need to pocket the 11 and send the cue ball forward with top spin and lots of right spin to get a shot at the 8 next. If you hit the cushion first, it is impossible to send the cue ball forward enough. Notice the cushion first hit with significant side spin without much rebound angle change. Again, to get significant side spin reaction, you need to hit the ball first. I am using backspin to create drag, which intensifies the effect of the side spin. See the drag link below for more information. Notice the significant side spin reaction off the cushion with the ball first hit, allowing me to get shape on the 8 for the win. Here's the final example, again needing to pocket the 11 and get shape on the 8 up table, this time with obstacle balls blocking the outside draw and inside follow paths. I need to stun across the table with a cushion first hit with lots of right spin. The right spin will not change the rebound angle off the first rail due to the cushion first hit, but it will change the rebound angle significantly off the second rail. Again, I use saws to get an accurate line of aim. You can clearly see the cushion first hit and ball reaction in slow motion. Notice how far in front of the ball you need to hit the rail since the cushion compresses so much with fast speed. Again, with a ball first hit, the spin does not give us the reaction we need. It is also more difficult to pocket the ball with a ball first hit like this at fast speed. You also need to be careful to not hit the cushion too close to the ball. If the cue ball hits the object ball at full cushion compression, the object ball will be cut away from the rail, causing a miss. Remember, if you need to spin across the table, you need to hit the cushion first, far enough in front of the ball. I hope you now know a lot more about how to aim and control rail cut shots. But, obviously, you can't rely on these shots if you don't practice them, so get to the table and try everything out. And for more information and demonstrations, see the resource pages linked below. Good luck with your game from Dr. Dave.